Hello everyone and welcome to Thursday. Started today off by going to the Pizzitz Food Hall.
Pizzitz?
Pizzitz?
Pizzitz.
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 You got it, buddy. Pizzitz. Kind of a new, what do you call it? Like
Food court?
It's a new style food court. You know, not your typical Sbarro's Chick-fil-A. It was good. I had a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and it was very good. Now we're traveling through downtown Birmingham because we're going to be going to Sloss.
Yep,
Sloss Furnaces.
Sloss Furnace. And what is the historical importance of Sloss Furnace?
It was one of the huge iron furnaces that was built in the 1870s, 1880s by Colonel James Withers Sloss. It produced pig iron and was one of the, it's a symbol of the industry that made Birmingham big in the first place. And it kept producing pig iron into the 70s, a time when Birmingham was hella polluted. And then everyone started buying Korean steel and the steel industry died. But Birmingham was born again through other industries. But instead of tearing down Sloss Furnace, we preserved it.
No.
It's a historic landmark. It's also apparently one of the most haunted places in Alabama, so we're going to see all kinds of ghosts.
Oh, good.
You remember the Magic City sign?
Yeah.
Like the big old Magic City? This was the
the court or the subway used to be right up
This is the subway
there.
where the train would come out. Right where you see this overpass, this was a giant, beautiful, like Beaux-Arts train terminal building. With like two huge towers and a giant atrium, and it was beautiful. And in the 60s or 70s, they tore it down. And ever since, it's been sort of a symbol for the historical preservation crowd in Birmingham. It was
what not to do.
a beautiful thing that we really did.
It's basically like we could have had so many wonderful things and we tore them down.
They were coming overhead, so like tracks above, they would dump coal and iron ore down, and then it would go through this whole blasting process, and when they had finished pig iron, there's another place where the trains would come through, and then the finished product would be dumped into the trains to carry it away.
For dinner, we came over to a place called Niki's West, which is cafeteria-style dining, and it was a good idea because just last week we had a pretty bad experience with K&W, and it's nice to be reminded that cafeteria-style dining can be done well and be quite delicious. And there's all sorts of amazing foods.
We do it right in Birmingham.
And they taste very, very good.
This fish is excellent.
Yeah, Mal and I both got the lemon pepper catfish, and it is very, very good. Yeah, it's better than K&W, Mal. Little.
That warms my heart. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot
I mean,
better.
I knew that. This West is great.
Yeah.
I've known that since I was a boy.
It's good. Thanks for bringing us here. Dinner was delicious and also gave hope to cafeteria-style restaurants everywhere. But I also realized that today is the first of the month. And at the end of the first vlog of every month, we say a thank you to all of our patrons. So thank you. All the names of the Patreon producers are scrolling at the bottom of the screen now. If you're watching and you'd like to learn more about Patreon and how you can support Mal and myself and the perks that come along with that, there will be a card on the screen. I don't know what side. You'll have to find it with your mouse or your finger. And you can learn more through that, or the link in the description. One thing I realized that we never talked about, because we transitioned from going to Sloss Furnace to then eating, was that we never talked about Sloss Furnace on the vlog. And I wanted to, I mean, Alex and Hayley have been there before, but I wanted to get your opinion specifically now.
It was really pretty. It
Because-
was really cool.
It was really unique. Like, it was something that we don't have that. Like, one of the things I was talking about with Alex this trip specifically is that we're both from the South. We're both Southern boys. But we have extremely different backgrounds, where Alex is from Birmingham, which was an industrious town, and I am from the beach. And it's different. It's really different. Like, we have a lot of similarities because
You
of
are
that.
the coastal elites. That's what.
Yes, a coastal elite. We have a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences, and we have very different backgrounds. So seeing Sloss Furnace was, it was cool. I mean, being in Birmingham is interesting, and to get a sense of the city by just walking around downtown is interesting. And also, Birmingham seems to be changing a lot. There's a lot of, it's not a bad word, but a lot of hipster places, because there's a lot of youth and revitalization in the city, which is really neat. But getting a chance to see Sloss Furnace was just really, really cool. And we took a lot of great photos
Yeah.
and videos. Mal took a bunch of photos, and I saw them posted on Facebook earlier, and I was like, that's cool. That's really neat. But is that a place that you went? Like, it's just a thing that you knew about when you were younger. I'm assuming it's not like a field trip.
My dad
destination.
plays the drums in a jazz band.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, he would have, they would have events at Sloss, like weddings or whatever at Sloss.
Yeah.
And so I would go with him sometimes to set up his drums, and it was just a really cool place.
So you were
it's just sort
going there semi often, at least a little bit as a kid.
I went there a few times, and it sort of spoke to me. And it's just always, you can see it from. It's part of the skyline in Birmingham, and it's been part of the skyline since the 1870s.
Okay.
And it's just cool, like all the. I don't know. You'll see it in the photo, like all the really old technology, like all this old machinery.
Yeah. That was one of the
From
things.
like the early, this is Industrial Revolution era stuff.
One of the things I wanted to make sure that was clear from that footage earlier, because I don't know if we ever explicitly stated, is that all of the yellow was added. Because Alex was saying that was added for safety purposes, so you could explore it now. But in the day, none of that was there. So if you go back and watch that footage, that's all the safety stuff. That's all the banisters and everything, the railings to keep you from falling into grinding wheels. And that's crazy. I mean, but it was a different time. Mm-hmm. It's just really interesting. The other thing that happened today, which is less exciting for the humans but far more exciting for Leica, is that Leica got an antler.
Yeah, it's the new hipster thing for dogs. They're apparently better than bones, and they last longer. They're kind of... You haven't worked in like days.
We haven't mentioned it, but me and Leica we're buddies.
She's been fine. Like, was only the first day.
It's warm. It's taking a little longer to warm up to Mal.
Yeah, Mallory is the worst thing ever. Well, let me restate that my dog has an anxiety problem and we're working on it. She was locked in a cage for 3 years and now she lives in my house and has a hipster bone to chew on.
She really likes
So
that.
the reason why it's good is dogs do need to chew on bones because it cleans their teeth. So bones are good, but rawhide, if you're gonna buy a rawhide bone, get it in the USA because overseas has like arsenic on it. Also, the problem with those rawhide bones is we joke that she becomes a bone juice dog. Her whole face gets covered and like it gets on everything, and it's just her spit.
And those are shed naturally every year.
Yeah, they're just shed naturally. A lot of them, they have like deer farms or whatever. But
Take her
she
deer
is,
hunting now.
she's really happy
She
about
leap
it.
up on them, something like a good.
I'm not taking it from her because I'm a jerk. It's just I make sure that she doesn't have food aggression. So, but she doesn't.
She's a good girl.
I just think it was so funny that she stopped what she was doing to be like, wait, who are you? Which one are you?
Mallory's terrifying.
I don't know what it is.
I'm shocked.
I mean, for what it's worth, like I've always felt like I've been really good with animals. Like animals seem to like me, but also you.
Yeah.
Animals tend to really like you too.
I was surprised she took longer to warm up to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're tall and scary. Like I thought you'd be the problem. I didn't think. I assumed you'd be the problem because like when we first got her, she was real scared of Alex. So I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But I guess Mallory is
frightening.
Mallory's a home intruder. She's a home intruder. She's here to steal everything. So Leica wants to protect her family from the horrible thing that is Mallory.
I mean, that's fair. Leica's just doing her job. Also, all of the stuff that you stolen, please put it back.
Yeah,
She's willingly gotten to my lap.
Yeah,
she's like
she has.
She's,
She has.
She's a conflicted dog.
She's got lots of,
She has many problems.
and she's thinking about a lot right now, and it's all related to the antler.
Yeah, the antler's real exciting. She's a chonker dog.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. Today is our last day in Birmingham. We're gonna get a full night's rest, and then we're actually driving all the way back to Myrtle Beach tomorrow. It's about an 8.5 hour drive.
You almost hit me in the face when you did that motion.
Did I really?
You were like,
8.5. I'm sorry.
It'll be the first time.
You'll be fine.
thanks.
What? So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of driving tomorrow and a brief pit stop. You'll find out tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, you want to do the end? You want to do it?
Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?
We think we're doing this for the vlog. We're really not.